That does happen when it's really hot and you have it go up. Sometimes stuff gets stuck up here and the heat, it'll do it even during when it's cold. I've got this all over my finger. Okay. So let's see here. I think I've got that all off. Kind of have to look against the light. I can feel it a little bit rough there, but we're going to use it like a pocket. So this is all the glue and part of the eraser material too, that we had on there. So now I'm going to throw that away, get that out of here, because that'll glue onto the project as well. All right. So if you want to avoid that and it starts to come up, if you slam that on, it will. Did I do that completely off the camera? Okay, so if you slam that down, that will pop that bubble in there and everything should sink down. So now I'm going to try this again. And we're going to wait for that all to go in there. Let's see, I kind of need to know where my thing is, so I'm going to go about there. Now I could just get a real thin bead, which I like. Again, if you just slam that down. Hopefully I did that on camera. Yeah, I did not. Yeah, well, kind of. Over there. Put that lid on. Alright, so I'm going to go over to the edge. And I'll probably still have to put some glue down. I have one of my little finger daubers. I use this on top of my paper piercer. Let me get it out so you can see that. I keep that on top of this because it's very sharp. So I just stick that on there, and that way I can just grab it when I need it. And it works pretty well. Okay. So now we've got that. Kind of stretch this out so I know where to cut. I'm going to cut this in the middle here first. And then I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Let's do our line across the bottom. So, and yeah, that left a little string out, but I can just roll that up. So I'm going to make it go straight across and up. And then I'm going to kind of go into the center there, and I think that's about where it's going to go. Or where I want it to go anyway. So like I said, this is going to go past. I want to keep this at the bottom. And then I want to put this up the side. There we go. Grab that dauber again. I don't even have to take it, you know, put it on my finger. There. And then anything that gets stuck on here just rolls right off. I got those little finger daubers at the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. I'll kind of go on here. This I'm going to fold back up so I don't have to have as big a mess. There we go. Okay. So I've used that one. I don't think there was anything. Oh, there's one more in there that I could possibly use. So it's, oh, I don't think it's, well, it's probably long enough for a pocket. Yeah, it will be. Okay. So we'll figure out where to use that here in just a minute. I love using the lace for the pockets, and it just adds some texture. Okay. Nice part about this is it doesn't take too long to dry. I want to cut it pretty darn close in there. Probably not making it easy for you to see. There. I didn't want to get it too much in the crack there because that'll impede it from flowing up, but I think that'll look pretty on the bottom. I'm just going to toss that out for now. I got enough of that stuff to be able to make up for it, although it's really old and you can't find that stuff everywhere. No, you can't. Okay, so now what I'll probably do is go to the back. I don't have to go as far back. Let's do this. This was a Taylormadejournals paper. And let's figure out which side is the front and which side is the back. So I think that's the front. Is it? This side is the front. So it's been cut off of something else, but it's rolled up, and I'm just going to kind of leave it that way because I like that. I don't mind that at all. Alright, so let's get a straight edge clipped here. And we're kind of going to do the same thing. I have this edge is a little bit shorter, so let's leave that down there. Okay. So I'm just going to set that off to the side so I can see how far it goes. That way I don't do too much of this. I go back between the back and the front because I tend to load up the front, and then as I get to the back I either get tired of doing it or it just doesn't get done. So I'm going to put this a little bit away from that so it's not as near to the edge. First. Some people feel you have to put some clips on it, so I'll show you. I don't know, is that the back or the front? Okay, I think maybe this is the front, so now I need to cut this on that edge. It has a seam on there. So I'm going to need to cut that off. Okay, so let's start here. Good thing I double checked that. Because the more I see that, the more I think, oh yeah. Okay, so I want to hold this here, and then I'll back this part off. There. I like that. Okay. So then I'll roll this part up a little bit. my hand or my head in there. That's always a fun one. Okay, you get strings just like you do on the glue gun. Okay, let me do this because I think I could just do this all at one time. That's about where it goes to. Just want to put this line so that it goes down and that goes down. And then I'll kind of pull this a little bit tighter. I just love the lace because it sure makes it. Okay, so I got a little bit past the line, so I'm just going to wipe that off, and that should just wipe off fine, which it did. I just roll it up on my hand and shake it off. Okay. It's easier for me to do it this way, so I'm just going to go right up on that edge. And now I have a little piece left. Okay. This side I think is all dry. It feels pretty dry. So now we're going to just let that dry for a second, and I'll look for something kind of in the middle here. Actually, I guess I should look for my, let's make sure this side didn't stick either, because if you do it pretty quick, you can take it off. Okay. Go back over here. Let's see what I got in this pile. I think that's the same piece there. This is a big piece, but maybe you can do that on the back cover. I have this roll here. I have been gifted some of this stuff, and I think this is one from my friend Joni. She gave me a lot of her grandmother's stuff, so she said none of her kids wanted any of it, and she'd rather have somebody that was going to use it. So she gifted it to me. Yay! Lucky me! We have a pocket there. Do we have anything in here? We have that belly band. You don't have to do a bottom pocket with them. Okay, you can do a side tuck. And that way we could just hang it off the edge, which would be fun to do. And again, I have to look and see which side I think is the front. I have so much glue on my hands. I got paper and everything else stuck to it. Okay, so we're going to go with this one, and we're going to do it down the side so we have something sticking off the side. And just hold it down with a little safety pin. I don't have to tear it up too much. Okay, so now I think I'm going to flip my book this way. Because I love it when they have stuff that, you know, sticky outy stuff, that I'm going to leave that out so that I can so I think what I need to do is tack this side and this side. So I'm going to just squish them in a little bit so I can see about how far I want it off. Do a little dot there and a little dot there. I've got a string again. And this one I'm going to hold there. And I think what I'm going to do is put a wonder clip on it. So I don't have to worry about it moving too much. And this one, I'm going to put another wonder clip over here. Right on that end. Okay, because I wanted to stretch that out to make that go straight. And then what I'm going to do is just flip this up. She says. Okay. And then I'm going to go down the sides and around the edge. So far it's laying down a beautiful bead of glue. Okay. So now I want to that down. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to take these off because I don't want those drying on that. I'm just cleaning off the edges of the wonder clips here. It really doesn't take long for those to dry. Let's see. And then if I have any glue on that, I want to wipe those off because these don't have the Teflon part. Those, if I close those and it's got all that glue on it, they'll be stuck shut. Okay, that's good for those. Then you just have to decide how much lace you want. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's no rules. Okay, that's dry. So now we have it looking like that. You could do more. You don't have to do any. You can just do a piece of lace across. I would put some on this page here, but I don't want to cover up that $18.99. Let's see, I've got the school paper here. I had a roll of somewhere I had. Oh, this is pretty. And this is old too. This I think came from my friend Joni as well. Yeah, I could do this way. and stick right off the edge. But let's do that more. Yeah, that kind of right in the middle, I do. Okay, so let's do like split halfway here. Let's do it on this side. So I'm just going to run a bead right at the edge, because this I don't care if it sticks right at the edge, because it's right through the center of this. There's a piece. I just have to figure out which side is the front. I think this side is the front. Put that right at the edge so that sticks off a bit. Use my wonder clip again. Clip here. There we go. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute on that side. Okay. Ooh, have that. Excuse me. Alright, let's see what we got in this one. I have a bunch of stuff in here, so. These I had purchased a bunch of stuff from, mainly stamping, when they were going out of business. Like, eraser back up there so I don't lose it. Okay, I think this side is the front. So again, this I'm going to do pretty much right on the edge. As much as I can. Okay, that's what I was talking about, doing the slamming it down. It's starting to get a bubble in there. Okay. Now let's get this right at the edge. And get this right at the edge. My little finger dauber. Okay. Then I'll put my pin in here. that was in a different spot. Okay, I got that. I'll put that over here. Let's get to, well, I could probably take these off. Okay, so that's going to give it some finesse there. And then maybe on the back page here, I will put another pocket and put these back in here. I love it when I get gifted stuff like this, and it's fun when your friends know what you like, what you're doing, and when they come across stuff, sometimes they get some fabulous finds. Okay, so we're going to do a pocket here, which is going to have to go this way. That's the front. And again, we want to drop it down. I think I can line that up there, so let's do that. I got a big old string growing across the table there. That's okay. Alright. So let's move that in. Okay. Roll that back over that way. I have glue everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Did I just cut that? I'm going to move that all back away from this. Okay, there we go. This, I think, went all the way around a tablecloth, and they cut the tablecloth out and left the lid. I have a bunch of things like that. So it was, when I get it, it's in a complete circle. Okay, I think that's going to do it for today. So go create something fun. Be sure to like and subscribe. I will put a video over here you might be interested in. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.